Alright, what's up everyone? This is NinjaDeathStrike bringing you another Pokemon TCGO battle. I got a request on one of my videos. Someone wanted to see an Excadrill deck that focused on energy removal with like Crushing Hammer and Lost Remover and Drill Run. So this is my attempt at that deck. It didn't turn out so well. I will explain a little bit more as we get into the match, but basically what I ended up doing here was just Excadrill with Electrode Prime and a couple of Terrakions. I tried to build the deck a lot of different ways and played around with it, and it was just really, really bad. Excadrill's attack is super expensive, 3 fighting energy, so you can't use DCE. It has to be a 3-turn charge. It was just too slow, so I tried it with Crocodile from Emerging Powers. I tried it with Landorus, and all those decks were just way too slow. I couldn't win anything. So in the end, I just decided really my only option to play it against any good deck and have a chance to win was with Electrode Prime. Hopefully I can explode in the first couple of turns and then just take out their energy before they're able to attack. So that was the plan. It's not quite going to work out that way in this match. You can see I go second, and I'm facing an EelZone deck. This is the kind of the top dog right now as far as decks go. And so I don't have a collector. I'm going to choose to end here just because he used that Sage's Training. I want to force him to shuffle whatever he picked out back into his hand, and it'll still let me draw 6 new cards. So I get an Electrode and a Pecom. I decide that I'd rather have a Voltorb set up so that hopefully I can get Excadrill going next turn. So I'm going to Pecom this Electrode into my deck, grab a Voltorb, but there are no Voltorbs. All my Voltorbs are prized, so that's cool. I end up, I think, just taking an Excadrill. Like, I look through just to make sure. Yeah, no Voltorbs, so that kind of sucks. It's actually, I think, yeah, I take a Terrakion because I know that I'm probably going to need him here since I can't power up Excadrill quickly enough. Terrakion's really my only option. And now I'm just going to set up a Swords Dance so I can do 40 damage to whatever comes in next turn. If that Eel's still in there, it'll be able to knock it out. I was thinking I could also catch her in that Magnemite, but I give him a Rare Candy Magnezone off of the N, so he's pretty much set up now. And worse than that, he's got a Pecom, so he's going to get an Electric here too. And that is very bad news for me. It's basically with EelZone, as soon as you get Magnezone set up, your deck is going to just take off because you can draw through it so fast. You can get all the cards you need very quickly. So he switches in Terrakion here just so that he doesn't have his Electric stuck in the active spot when he evolves it. And luckily for me, he's not able to attack. So, oh, he is. Okay. But he can only do 30 this turn because nothing was knocked out, so Drillbur will survive for one more turn. And I'll also get to put 20 damage on him thanks to the Rocky Helmet. So you can see there he uses Magnetic Pull for 6, gets a ton more cards, gets a Sage, so that's going to let him cut through his deck even faster. And he gets to discard that Lightning Energy there, and so that's going to be able to be attached to Magnezone. So I'm in some trouble. I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm going to be knocked out next turn. And I don't have, I can send in Terrakion. I've got 1 energy. Hopefully I can draw another, take out his Terrakion. But after that, it looks like I'm just going to get blasted with a Lost Burn, and taken out. So I do draw another energy. That's nice. Not even going to bother trying to put it on to Drillbur. He's just fodder at this point. Now I think about what I want to do. I decide it's pretty early game. I would rather save my Sages for a little bit later. So I'm just going to Oak here, get a new hand, and I get a catcher, which is nice. I'm not going to use it this turn. It wouldn't do me a whole lot of good. I suppose I could have catchered in that Magnezone here and trapped it, but he's got that switch in his discard pile, and he's got a ton of cards, so chances are he can get to it somehow. And it wouldn't do me any good to just hit that Magnezone for 80. You know, if I'm going to attack it, I need to take it out in one shot. So I just decide to hit Terrakion, put him at 60 damage, and within range of a Retaliate KO. So now he's going to Collector, grab some stuff. He gets he must have top decked that first Zekrom, and he grabs another one with his Collector, puts down a second Magnemite. And I'm not sure if he benches anything else here or not. He might just hang on to it. So he clearly, you know, this guy knows what he's doing. He's not an amateur player. He's making the right moves. Not benching excessive Pokemon when he doesn't need to, which is a really big thing. And probably one of the top mistakes that amateur players make is they just bench, you know, whatever they have because they can. And that makes them catcher bait. So it's much better to only bench things that are going to actually do something or have potential to do something. You know, if it needs to evolve or if it's got a Poke Power. If it's just sitting in your hand and you figure why not, probably not the right time to bench it. So he's going to Junk Arm for something here. He grabs a switch. He puts 2 more electric energy into the discard pile, meaning that Electric is going to have plenty of stuff to attach for the next few turns, and most likely he's going to be attaching to that Zekrom. You know, normally you want to save Magnezone for late game after you can afford to Lost Zone all of your energies, because if you bring Magnezone in too early, he's just going to burn through all your energy, and then you're stuck with a deck that can't attack. So he hits me for 30, and thanks to Drillbur's impressive 70 HP, I survive, and I'm going to be able to attack him one more time for 10. That's not going to do a whole lot, but, you know, whatever. Buys me one more turn to do something. And I'm looking at my hand, I think I just hang on to it because I want that catcher for after Drillbur goes down. Once Drillbur goes down, I can catch her in that Magnezone and take it out, and that'll shut off his draw. So don't do it. I don't think I play it here. I want to. I really want to, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, I do. Okay. Well, that was probably not the best move, but I guess I'm gonna try to stall for a little bit more. So I catch her up this Electric, and then use my Professor Oak to get a new hand. So, alright, I get that Junk Arm, so that's good. It means I will have access to a catcher when I need it, but I don't think I needed to play that one there. Anyhow, what's done is done. Can't change it now, so I just hit Electric for 20, and I'm now going to pass back to him. So, right here, I believe he has a Junk Arm or a Switch. I know that he's got something to get it out of the active, so the catcher was kind of a waste. Terrakion's just going to come back in and take me out. So I guess he's going to think about how he wants to play it here. He does bench that second Zekrom, and I'm thinking that he did that just so that he can magnetic draw more the next turn. So he goes for the switch, then he takes it back, probably because he wants to attach an energy. He wants to attach an energy to Zekrom first. I think he was thinking about sending in Zekrom to take me out. And I probably would have just gone with Terrakion, but I guess Terrakion can still get in or retaliate, so that's why he chose to go with Zekrom. But since Zekrom doesn't have any damage on it, he's going to actually have to Bolt Strike here just to do 10 damage to me. That's going to put 40 on him. And it doesn't matter a whole lot, though, because he has that second Zekrom, and he's got the Electric to power it up quicker, and now he's got another Magnezone out, so looking at his side of the field is daunting. I've got one Terrakion against a fully set up Magna Eel. So I really, at this point, I don't see any way I'm going to be able to win. The only good thing here is that he has energy on just that one Magnezone, so I can take that out, and that means that I won't. There's no way for him to kill me in one shot afterwards. Nothing he has can do 130 damage, barring a plus power, and most EelZone decks don't run plus power because Magnezone can just do an unlimited amount of damage anyhow. So once this drill bur goes down, my plan is to take out the Magnezone he has on his bench, the one with the energy, and then hopefully survive a 120 damage hit and be able to do something else. So I know that Magna Eel really has trouble with Terrakion, so I'm definitely going to grab my second Terrakion, and then I just decide to grab a pair of drill bur as well, just in case. I don't need a third energy on Terrakion just yet, so I'm going to instead put an energy onto my benched one just so that he'll be able to retaliate soon. And then I junk arm. You see, I toss away that N. N is kind of useless against a deck that has a Magnezone out because they can just draw out of it. So I'm not going to need that. I'm going to catch her here, and I think about maybe going after the Eel to shut off his energy acceleration, but with Magnezone in play, he's just going to get another one out. So I decide instead to take out the Magnezone with the energy, and that'll be my first prize. So it looks like this Terrakion will survive one turn, and that's fantastic because since he's going to be able to kill something else. I have that extra fighting energy in my hand. I can put it on my active Terrakion, Land Crush for 180, and take out, pretty much anything I want. So here I draw my Voltorb a little bit late for that, but I guess, I may be able to use it later. That's going to be a risky decision, though, since you want to do that early game. But, oh well. Can't help that now. So he puts another Dynamo down on the bench. I'm sure that it won't be long until that becomes an electric. He's got a couple of options here. He chooses to go in and attack with the Zekrom, which I'm not sure if I agree with this. I think retaliating with Terrakion might have been better. If he hits me with Bolt Strike, it's not going to kill me, and it's going to put him in a range where I can take him out with a Retaliate without even needing to use Land Crush. He can Outrage, I think, for like 80. I'm not sure how much damage that thing has on it right now. So that's not going to kill me. I guess he figured, though, if his Zekrom gets knocked out, it'll give him a fresh supply of electric energy in the discard pile to attach, so he just figured he'd use that. Since he does have another one on the bench, it won't be a huge loss to have this one go down. So he's going to Magnetic Draw back up to 6 here. And I believe he's just going to Outrage me for some damage. Oh, wow, he had 100 damage. Wait, what? No, he used Bolt Strike. Alright, so he Bolt Strikes me. He puts himself at 100 damage. Which is great for me. I'm going to go ahead and use my Sage here, grab my Catcher and a Fighting Energy. Don't really need those collectors anymore. So that was a pretty easy choice and a rather helpful Sage. Getting the Catcher was nice. It actually, I was thinking I could just retaliate, but since I grabbed that Catcher, it actually gives me an opportunity to take out his second Magnezone. So that's what I'm going to do. I attach a third Fighting Energy to Terrakion here. I decide to go ahead and bench my Voltorb just in case I need to get some quick energy going at some point later. I'd like to have that Electrode option open to me. And I'm going to Land Crush for 180. So I've taken out both of his Magnezones in 2 turns. That is really amazing for me. And the best part is I haven't given up a prize to do it. Took them both out with the same Terrakion. So now I'm definitely a goner. Terrakion's not going to last another turn. He's only got 10 hit points, but I've got the second one on my bench with an energy sitting on it, so as soon as my first one goes down, can send him in there, retaliate for KO, and then probably take another prize with Land Crush the turn after, since he's out of ways to Oko me. He doesn't have any more Magnezone, so can't Lost Burn for 150. The most he's going to be able to do is 120, which is not going to be enough. CP comes here. He's going to shuffle in his Cleffa. I believe he grabs a Magnemite. Yep, so he gets a Magnemite. Going to try to get Magnezone up again, but it's going to be a little bit harder this time since I am set up and I'm applying a good bit of pressure to him. So after that, I think he's just going to go for the Retaliate KO. He doesn't have any way to draw more cards unless he's got a supporter. So he's going to attach his energies from the discard. And then, alright, manually attached to Magnemites. Next, yep, take me out with a Retaliate. So down goes Terrakion. He's certainly done an amazing job, though. He took 2 prizes to only giving up 1, which is a nice exchange, and it's put me, it's tied us up. So I draw into that Excadrill. That helps me decide that I do want to play down this Drillbur. Also, I'm going to need something else to attack with once this Terrakion goes down. As good as he is, he's not going to be able to take 4 prizes on his own. So a pretty straightforward turn for me. Bench the Drillbur, attack with Retaliate, take a prize. So now Zekrom comes back in here. He's not even going to need to Bolt Strike. Because I chose to take Magnezone out earlier, he can just outrage me for 120. Luckily, he can't take me out with outrage, but unfortunately for me, things are about to get sticky again. My opponent Junk Arms, I thought he might grab, like, I don't know, a catcher or switch or something, but he gets a rare candy, and that is bad news. There's only one reason you'd get that. He's got another Magnezone. So he's going to rare candy into Magnezone number 3, and at this point, I was just like, I did so good. I thought I was going to win, but now we've got another Magnezone, and he has no cards, so he's going to be able to magnetic draw 6, get a completely new hand and a whole set of new options. So, not good. Really, really not good. Again, the good news is I'm going to survive this turn. Well, unless he's got a switch. He could switch and Lost Burn here and take me out, and that would be bad. Put me really behind. So he puts a Fighting Energy onto his Magnemite manually, and I don't think he has a switch here, or if he does, he makes a small misplay and doesn't play it, chooses just to go for the 120, and I'm going to attach an energy to Drillbur here. I don't have a catcher, so I can't kill that Magnezone. May as well just take out the Zekrom now. And what I do is I decide that I want to save my Terrakion for later, since I can come in and retaliate for 90. This Zekrom has enough damage that even just a Metal Claw is going to be enough to take it out, and thanks to Excadrill's handy lightning resistance, he can't take a revenge kill on me except with Magnezone. And if he wants to send in his Magnezone to die, I'm okay with that. It'll be able to be retaliated for 180, and then we'll be in an interesting situation. So instead, he sends in Zekrom. I don't believe that was the right play. The better play would have been to go to Magnezone. I don't know why he was so hesitant to attack with them, especially now. I mean, this is kind of the end game, at least from my perspective. I'm down to 2 prizes, so he needs to start taking a prize every single turn, or he's not going to be able to win. So I see that Magnemite evolve into Magnezone. I figured he just had it in his hand, and he may as well evolve it. Most decks don't run for Magnezone, as far as I know, so I wasn't too worried about it yet. My main priority was to figure out a way to take out his benched one, and I thought if I could do that, I should be able to win. But since he sent in Zekrom here, I am going to be able to survive another turn. I think maybe he didn't realize that that was resistant to electric, but it is. So here I top deck a Electrode, and now the miraculous end of this match begins. Top deck Electrode. I've got 24 cards. That is plenty. So there's no danger of a deck out here if I explode. You see I have that one fighting energy in my hand. And so I'm going to attach that to Excadrill. And then explode. And if all I need is one more energy, and I'll be able to drill run for 160. That's going to be enough to take him out. And it'll mean that he has to send something in to revenge my Excadrill, and then that gets revenged by Terrakion. And you see there, I get one energy off of Energy Might. That was so close. If I had whiffed that, it's game over. I got one energy. So he disconnects here, and I was like, awesome. Well, that was a good match until, you're going to be a jerk and quit. But he actually comes back. I think he just needed to refresh. It would have been nice if he said something beforehand, but he's not a sore loser. He does come back to finish the match. So I'm not sure exactly what happened there. So he's back here. He disconnects again, but I saw him draw that card, so I don't know what's going on his side. He's having some technical issues or something, but I have that junk arm, so I'm going to junk arm away the rest of my hand in order to get a catcher. Going to take the catcher and wait for him to respond to it. And then here I can catcher in the Magnezone again. The third one, hit it with Drill Run and take it out. So that is going to put me at only one prize to go, and he's kind of stuck. I grab an oak off of my prizes, which is awesome. He can take a prize here, but he can't take 3, and he can't knock out both of my guys. So he attaches a Eviolite to Zekrom a little bit too late, and then he evolves into a 4th Magnezone. So he got every single Magnezone he had out this game, and that's just ridiculous. The even more ridiculous part is that he didn't attack with a single one of them. He had them all set up, never attacked with them. I think that was a bit of a mistake, and he definitely could have won the game had he attacked with them on a couple of occasions, but now he's got the third one up. He can magnetic draw. He's going to put me at 1 card, which sucks. I get Cleffa. He's going to be at 3, and then he can just magnetic draw out of it. But I don't know how long he was hanging on to that N. Had he used it when I had 2 prizes, again, he probably would have won the game. I wouldn't have been able to pull off that Electrode Junk Arm combo and take him out. So I think, he kind of mistakenly made a couple of boo-boos at the end that cost him the game, but I might have been okay since I had that Electrode down. I didn't absolutely need the catcher for the Magnezone. I just wanted it. So anyhow, I'm at 1 card, but it doesn't really matter here. I can take out anything he has in 1 hit. Even with the Eviolite, that Zekrom's going to take 160 damage from Retaliate, and so is everything else. And the most he's got is 140 on Magnezone, so in order to survive the next turn, he would need a double defender. But instead, he's going to catcher in my Terrakion here, and then retreat his Zekrom and send out Magnezone. I don't really know what he's doing here. And so I thought, okay, well, maybe he realized he's going to lose, so he's just going to Lost Burn everything and hit me for like 400 damage. But he just kind of Lost Burns for 1, and that's going to be it. So I hit him with Drill Run. That's going to do 160. and it makes me discard an energy even though he's clearly knocked out, and I'm going to take my last prize. So that's going to be the game. It was a really good one, really good. I'm sorry that I didn't actually get to use Excadrill how it was meant to be used. I didn't draw a single crushing hammer or a loss remover. And like I said, I had some other builds of this deck. They just weren't very good. So if you guys want to see me like mess around with the bad version of this deck, let me know in the comments, and I will record a match with the bad version. You know, it's kind of a fun deck, but I can't use it on expert game. It loses to literally everything. So I'll mess around with it though, show you guys kind of a fun video with it. If you're interested in that, let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and I've got more battles coming your way shortly. Thanks, guys.